scare you more than your mind does.
More than my mind does.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because as I say, this thunder and the lightning, I even
It's
when-
dry there, yeah.
yeah, when it's New Year or Easter, and you know the balls,
Fireworks.
fireworks.
It's affected you with all
Yes,
loud noises.
the
yeah.
noises, the bang, and even though the flash,
Mhm. Yeah.
it reminds me of thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything like that reminds you of the storm. And, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're not crazy.
No,
It
no.
all makes sense.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So what I'm going to have you do is just use your imagination for a while with me, if that's okay. Yeah. And you've got a good imagination.
Okay.
Yeah. I was born deaf, so I'll get a little bit closer so I can hear you. Yeah?
Okay.
I'll speak slowly too, but your English is good, so that's good. Yeah. Can you sit with your feet flat? Yeah? Oh, yeah. What I want you to do is, when you think about the thunderstorm coming, yeah, you can feel it well before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where do you get the feeling?
In the head first.
Yeah.
But then it sort of comes through all body.
Yeah.
I get sort of weak and
Mm-hmm. So in the head, and then it just sort of sends a signal right through the body.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it just keeps moving around the body, so telling you it's getting closer. Or whatever.
yes.
Yeah. Now, have you got children?
Yes.
Yeah. Two boys,
boys.
girls, 2 boys. Yeah. I've got 3 boys at home.
Okay.
So how old are they?
Well, 38.
This is where I'm
and
finding out they're
34.
men now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm men.
three
And
boys.
they also have
Yeah.
children.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Right. So in the first instance, yeah, you've probably done this where I'm just going to have to play it.
No?
Is that okay?
Okay.
So when you think about a thunderstorm coming, yeah,
Yeah.
0 to 10, and 10 being like, you know, terrified, and 0 being sort of not bothered, yeah. What number would you allocate?
When I know it's coming, I will
Yeah.
sort of. Well, now since I was with Anders, I thought of I can hear the mother far away, and I thought, no, it's okay. I won't.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then as it comes closer, it's sort of. No, I don't. I can't handle this.
Mhm.
And then I'm afraid, and
Yeah.
I'm a little bit better now
Mhm.
than before I went to Anders.
Mhm.
My husband says, anyway, that I'm not so hysterical now.
Okay.
Do you follow me?
Yeah, I'm with
Yeah.
you. So when you hear the rumble,
Mm.
yeah, what I'm going to have to do is, you know the feeling that you get, that fear that comes on you, yeah?
Yeah,
You get a feeling that makes you weak, yeah?
yeah,
And because when we think about it logically, yeah, at the same time I'm talking to you, I can talk to the
yeah, of
the
course,
group,
of
yeah?
course.
When you think about it logically,
Yeah,
it made you weak. You know, when you were a child, it made you unconscious.
I don't follow you.
Well, the lightning.
När du fick den här smällen så
Ja.
blev du medvetslös.
Ja,
Hur länge då?
nej, medvetslös blev jag nog inte. Inte
Okay.
unconscious. I don't
Not
think so.
unconscious.
No, but sort of apatisk.
Ja.
Apathy,
Apathy.
lethargic,
Sort of, jag låg bara liksom.
Yeah.
Jag fick ingen
flat out,
Flat out.
no energy.
Yeah,
No
when
energy.
you were 3 years old.
Nej,
Eight.
8 or 9.
Oh, eight or
Yeah,
nine,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, when you were a child.
Yeah.
And you were holding the rail, and
Yeah.
the lightning hit the rail. You said for 3 days.
3 days she was lying flat in the
3
bed.
days.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it took your energy.
Yeah.
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 So that's what I'm saying. So now, whenever you hear it, it's the same.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah.
So you hear the thunder, your energy vanishes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't. Det är
Consciously.
omedvetet, unconsciously.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you do.
No, I'm not
you're not doing
aware
it on
of it.
purpose.
No,
You're
no,
not.
no.
Yeah, and yet when the noise comes, you can feel your energies begin to.
Yeah.
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 So it's the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, your brain learned it once and is still doing it.
Mm.
Yeah. So I thought that's interesting. Yeah, you've caught all of it. Yeah, is still running.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well done. Yeah. That's right. Well done. So, were you just reviewing it
But I don't remember.
consciously?
Jag var nog inte riktigt med vad han menade.
Ja, man kommer hem, gå på känslan.
Ja.
Han bara undrar om du håller på och om du går tillbaka, du tänkte på detta nu, när det som hände, eller tänkte du på när stormen kommer nu?
Jag tänker på när stormen kommer nu. I don't remember when I was 8, 9. I don't remember the episode.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
You
She
don't
was
need to-
doing it now, as if it was now.
Yeah.
Yes.
So every time you hear a thunderstorm, yeah, you're going through it as though it was. Your mind is rerunning.
Okay, my mind, but not.
Not consciously.
No, no,
Okay,
no.
can
Yeah.
we, yeah,
Yeah.
conscious and
Okay.
unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Consciously, you wouldn't. Well, consciously, you
No.
just get on with your daily work.
Mm.
Yeah. But unconsciously, your mind hears it,
Mm.
and it goes and runs the original pattern.
Mm.
Yeah, the original
Mm.
movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what I'm wondering is, if you know the feeling of weakness that you get,
Mm.
yeah, and
Mm.
yeah, is there any other feelings comes with that? Fear, or do you have fear with that, or just lethargy?
No, I have fear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of
fear.
course, I have
Yeah.
fear. Sort of, the fear makes me.
So the fear comes first, and then the
Yeah,
lethargy.
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
right in
okay.
here. Yeah. Because I'm wondering, once you're the lethargy,
No, no,
it's difficult to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
The
the
fear
other way
comes
around
first,
it makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Because I'm trying to think. If I'm
Okay.
like this, can I be bothered?
Okay.
Kill me.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. But when it's the other way around, it makes more sense. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you get like terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the system says like move or hide or run. Yeah. And then the lethargy comes in. Yeah. Fantastic. Yeah. So if you think about it, then back when you were a child,
Mm.
you'd have been playing.
Mm.
Yeah. Your grandmother would have been come quickly,
Mm.
quickly. So
Mm.
yeah. So you would have been running. Yeah. And then you get
Yes.
yeah, and
Yes.
yeah. So that would explain how it is.
Yeah.
Consciously.
Yeah.
Not that that helps, but it's nice to know.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to have you do is when you notice the fear, yeah,
Mhm.
could you close your eyes for me, and I want you just to imagine some things for me. Is that okay?
Yeah. If you
Yeah.
want to bang me or something. Okay.
No, no problem. Yeah. What I want to do is just imagine. Yeah.
Mm.
When you hear those bangs going off, yeah, and you get those feelings,
Mm.
the fear, yeah. Do you get the feelings of fear in your chest or in your tummy? Where are the feelings of fear? Just imagine, yeah.
Mm. It's hard.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
I can soon create some if you wish.
Sorry.
We can make some very quickly. All we have to do is bang something. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, where are they now?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think in the chest first.
Mhm.
But the thing is that. May I interrupt just
Yeah,
a little?
yeah.
The thing is, if I look at TV, the night we'll
Yeah.
say one night, and I see the weather, and it says that tomorrow it will probably be thunder
Mhm.
and rain. Then it started.
Mhm.
It started just then, because
Yeah.
then I know maybe tomorrow it will be thunder and lightning,
Mhm.
and as I wake up in the morning, the first thing I think of is, will it be thunder today, or will I manage?
Or maybe the little girl inside you is thinking, is it today that I die?
No, I don't think so. Not that I'm aware of anyway. Not dying. I don't know. It's just a feeling that I want to hide. If it's thunder in the morning, I don't go out.
In case you die.
No. I don't think I think of dying. Well, I don't know.
No, consciously. Because
No, maybe.
if it was
Okay.
conscious, yeah, it would make sense. That you're not going to die
No.
if it's thunderstorm. But it doesn't make sense how you're behaving in a thunderstorm. Unless, of course, a part of you thinks you're going to die. A little part of you.
Maybe. I haven't thought of it.
That's interesting.
Uh,
That's right. What's coming up for you now?
I'm so afraid of going. I'm afraid inside, in the
That's right,
house,
yeah.
and but I'm more afraid when I'm out.
Because you could die.
Okay, if you say so.
I'm
I
not
haven't
saying-
put that on.
How does it feel now to put that on there?
It scares me.
Yeah, can you take that? Of course.
That's all.
Of course it's scares you.
And then when you hear, sometimes I hear on the radio, a little boy went out with his dog and an umbrella. The lightning
Yeah.
went to the umbrella and he fell dead down.
Yeah.
So maybe, even
Let-
though I haven't thought it.
You haven't thought of it, but
No.
it would make sense then. Because if you thought, if all you thought was when it thunder and lightning, there's a chance I might, get a loud noise in my ear,
Mm.
and I might get a flash in my eyes for a second or two, that wouldn't terrify you. Yeah? When you think that you might die, then it's scary.
But I don't think I'm going to die. I don't think it consciously.
Yeah.
No.
Do you see the difference? Consciously you
Yeah.
do, but unconsciously,
I do.
because your unconscious mind is no brighter than a 7-year-old.
Mm.
Yeah, your conscious mind is the child.
Okay.
Yeah, and the conscious mind never grows up.
Mm.
As you're noticing, because you're a mother now, a grandmother maybe, yeah?
Yeah.
That's right, you've got many years of knowledge inside you, yeah?
Mm.
And yet, when the thunder comes, you're a
Just
child,
a little girl.
little girl,
Mm.
yeah. Now, what knowledge could you take back then? What knowledge as a grandmother could you take back to that little girl? The knowledge that she will survive. The knowledge that I know that when I was talking to my little boys, I gave them the story that my mother gave to me about God moving furniture. Do you use that tale? What tale do you use with your grandchildren about thunderstorms? How do you explain them so that they can see?
Well, first I will say that my mother said to me that I mustn't show my boys that I was afraid of the thunder because they will also be afraid of the thunder. But I couldn't, when it was a thunder,
You couldn't not.
I just went to bed.
Yeah.
And my boys comforted me and said, Mommy, it's not dangerous. You're inside and you don't have to be afraid. It's not dangerous. We are here and we will help you and everything like that.
And the little
So-
girl kept crying.
Yes. But my boys are not afraid of the
No.
thunder. I had my granddaughter when she was 2 home with me, and there was a thunder coming. And I pulled down all the blinds, yes. And I lightened up every lamp in the house, and I put some music on so I wouldn't hear it, because I wouldn't dare to, I didn't want to show her how afraid I was.
Mhm.
But I was very afraid. But I had to, because I had her by my side, so I was afraid that if I show my fear, she would be afraid.
Yeah. What would happen then if you took that fear all the way back there to little you? very first thunderstorm. Yeah, what would happen if you held her hand?
Do you mean if I took her with me to the...
If you went back,
I went back,
as you are now, yeah,
Yeah.
as an adult, yeah,
yeah,
intelligent lady, grandmother now,
yeah.
if you went back and took all of your love there, because she's terrified, even today, all these years later, still terrified whenever she hears the thunder.
Mm.
She's still crying.
Yes.
She still needs comforting. And she still needs to know that she's loved.
Mm.
What would happen if you were to take love back there? To the
I don't follow. If I take love back,
Yeah.
Your own love back to when you were a little girl.
yes,
And when this happened, när detta hände.
Du tar med dig all den kärleken tillbaka till ditt yngre jag.
gå tillbaka
Till henne,
Mm.
där du då när du var liten. Med all den kärleken. Och all den trösten.
Would that help me from not being afraid of thunder?
Could you take the love there? Yeah, the love
I
you
don't know,
have.
because I don't reach her, because she's sort of...
Could you take the love there? That you see the love you have for your boys and for your granddaughter there?
Mm.
Could you take that love all the way back there to little you?
Yeah, but I don't know how to get into little me.
Can you take the love there? You access little you every time thunder arrives. Every time the thunder arrives, I see a 7-year-old child hiding, scared.
Yeah, but when this happened, I wasn't afraid before that, and I wasn't afraid just under when I was lying
Yeah.
in there in the bed. It came
Afterwards,
next
yeah.
next thunderstorm.
Yeah,
Then it came. And
it's
so
him because your what do you think your mother and father and your grandma, what do you think they'll have been saying to you when you were little?
no, they were saying I didn't have to be afraid because it wasn't dangerous.
You were lucky to be alive. You were
No,
so
no,
worried.
no, no, no. They never said so.
And you never thought it.
No, not
were-
consciously.
You were unconscious for 3 days and you never thought you were lucky to be alive.
No, because I wasn't unconscious. I was sort of apathic,
Yeah.
sort of.
You were lying on a bed for 3 days in a state you'd never been in before, and you never considered that you might be dying.
No, I did not consider that. Because it was in my grandma's sister's house, so I had been there several times before, so I felt safe in that house. So I just, when I thought about this later, it was just as I had been sick, or
Mhm,
been yeah. But I never consciously thought that I might have died.
Mhm. So, if you're lying on that bed there, and all you felt was safety, yeah, you felt safe.
I can't go back to that because I can't reach myself lying there with
Mhm.
this. It's sort of, I can't get into myself
Mhm.
there.
What would happen if you did?
I don't know.
What prevents you?
But I sort of not remember because I don't remember these 3 days. I just have them told from my grandma and my grandma's sister that I was lying 3 days. I don't remember it myself.
Yeah, so if you don't remember it, you don't remember what they said anyway then.
No, but they told me afterwards that I
So you don't remember what they said at the time?
no. I just remember that Grandma called us and that I remember rushing into the stairs and
Now, you know when you're rushed, yeah? Have you ever rushed anywhere calmly, gently, effortlessly?
I don't follow you. I don't
Yeah.
know.
If the alarm bell rang in this building now,
Yeah.
yeah, fire, fire, and the alarm bell was ringing, would we effortlessly, comfortably, begin to saunter slowly towards the door, smiling at each other? Oh, it's okay. It's
No.
problem.
Of course
How
not.
do you, how, oh, of course not. How do you think we might be there?
Oh, jump up and rush away.
Panicking? Yeah?
No, sort of.
Sort of. Well, how
We're
would,
panicking.
how would you feel if you were standing by the doorway, yeah? And there was and a tiger was loose. And a tiger was loose in the playground. And your boys were just in that playground. And just put a few steps away from the front door. Would you just smile and say, "Come along, children, get inside before the tiger bites you"?
No.
Do you think you might be a little bit more excited?
Yeah, I would be hysterical.
Hysterical, yeah. How do you think your grandmother was when
No, yeah, she was afraid because we were
Probably
out.
hysterical.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
hysterical.
can you imagine that? Yes, probably. When she's told you the tales years later, it's just a nothing has been said that many times. Your grandmother doesn't really access how terrified she was at the time.
No, maybe not.
Yeah.
No.
Can you imagine you babysit for that with your son's daughter, your granddaughter?
Mm?
You look after the child sometimes? Have you ever? Yeah.
But not now.
Yeah.
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 But when she
Yeah.
was, when she
So-
was 2.
So if the child was, when she's a bit older, if she's staying with you, yeah, are you very protective then? Do you think you'd be there to look after her? Yeah. So when the child's about 8 or 9 and she stays with you, yeah, you'd be babysitting.
Yeah.
Babysitting, yeah. If something, if, heaven forbid, was, if she had an accident or something, if she tripped or she hurt herself, how would you feel?
Would feel awful. Afraid. It's my
Responsibility.
responsibility if I babysit her and I have to protect her.
How do you think your grandmother felt then, as she watched her granddaughter
Yeah.
frying on an electric fence?
Mm. Mm. Must have been terrible.
It must have been terrible.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. It took us 30 minutes before we got there. It must have been absolute. I've got children. I can only begin, my heart's in my mouth, to imagine
Mm.
the fear on that woman's face going through her mind as her grandchild is frying on a fence.
And we were 4 kids.
4 of you.
Me and my sister and my
Mhm.
2 cousins.
And were you
But I
the
was the
last?
only one.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I was the
Yeah,
first. I
but
think
you
I
were
was
the
first.
only one. They got.
Yeah.
Can you imagine can you imagine the other little ones? The questions they'd be saying. Is she dead?
Mm.
Remember,
Yeah.
kids are great like that. Is she dead?
Mm.
Have you killed her?
Mm.
Yeah, and all of that.
Mm.
But they'd be excited too. And how would your grandmother feel? Terrified.
Terrified.
Absolutely.
Probably crying and
Probably all of
probably
that.
all the way
Yeah,
out of her mind.
that's right. So, if you could take something back there to that time, yeah?
Mm.
If you could take love to that time, and maybe even give it to your grandmother,
Mm.
yeah?
Yeah.
If you
I
could,
love my grandmother.
Yeah. if you could take those feelings at that time so that you could access love. Because that's all there was in there, just love. Yeah? This one-time event was going to mark you for the rest of your days. And your grandmother, every time the thunder came, would have to remember that she nearly lost you. Every time the thunder comes, your grandmother has to relive that she nearly lost you. How would it feel to let go of that, so that you could visit her in the storm and smile and have tea? How would it feel for you to look back and chuckle to let her free?
I would love that. I can't reach her because she's dead now.
Yeah. You can reach her inside your mind.
Sorry?
You can reach her inside your mind.
Insane?
Inside your mind.
Oh, yeah.
You can have that tea with her inside your mind. You can release her.
She never mentioned that.
She never mentioned.
She never mentioned that. She never talked about it as.
Can you imagine? Would you ever talk about something that went wrong? in your
But
parents?
nowadays you do, but
Not then.
No,
Not
maybe
then, it was
not.
shame. Nowadays we talk about everything.
Yes.
Back then we kept it on.
Shipping, yeah.
Say nothing.
I don't even know if my mom and dad knows exactly what happened because they weren't there.
You weren't there.
No, we were staying with grandma. It was summer. So we were there for a couple of weeks when mother and father were coming later.
And you were better by then.
Yeah.
So your grandmother would have had to make it a nothing sort of thing if she was ever going to get a chance of looking after you again.
It's hard to believe that it could be like that, but I don't know.
It's hard to believe,
Yeah, that
but
she.
is it believable?
Maybe.
And how does it feel to think maybe? And she only did everything she did out of love. Can you imagine if she wasn't allowed to have her grandchildren? You know how kids can think sometimes? Oh, you know, this wouldn't have happened if only we kept her with us. All of those thoughts. And none of them.
That wouldn't. If Mum had said that she couldn't, that I couldn't visit her more during summer as I did,
It would have broken her heart.
it would have broken her heart. Yeah.
Yeah. And every time the thunder came, she had to think about that precious little girl. How does it feel to take love to that time? So that you can allow your grandmother to be free.
No, it would be wonderful. Of course it would.
If you were to run a movie inside your mind of love, because your grandmother should have been terrified, and all the time, those 3 days, she was so terrified what to say to her daughter, or who to call, what to do, and she would be to blame because she was the adult, even though it was the sky.
Yeah, it wasn't her
It
fault.
wasn't her fault, there was no blame. And yet, do you think she would have thought like that? She would have been a responsible parent. Like we're responsible parents. Accidents happen.
Yeah.
Nobody's fault. So, if you take, you know that love you've got for your grandmother,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's still there.
Yeah.
And the thunderstorm is one of the main things that keep the two of you together.
Lots of other things. She was my dearest person in teen, adult.
Do you think, out of the 4 children that were there, do you think the thunderstorm somehow made you two closer?
Maybe.